What's good, YouTube? That192 here, back again once again, and today, people, I have an interesting video of sorts for you guys. This is a response video to my friend ShadyPenguinn's update video, where he spoke on ad block in it, and his comment section just turned into World War III. And of course that happens because ad block is one of those taboo topics, I guess you could say. It's one of those things where content creators necessarily aren't supposed to speak about it in the in their content or in their videos. But before I get into this, I want to make it perfectly clear that the way I'm speaking about this is from the position of not only a smaller channel, but a larger channel, and from a viewer's perspective as well. And those are really like the three big aspects of YouTube at this point in time. Well, if you want to consider my channel large by any means, I don't think it is, because there are channels on YouTube that are 20 times my size. But either way, just keep in mind that when I speak about this, you know, a lot of people forget that I spent 2 years on YouTube as a channel with less than 5,000 subscribers. You know, that's incredibly tiny. You know, at this point, you know, just in the past year, I've garnered a lot of popularity and support in the Pokemon community, so now I guess people consider me a larger channel of sorts. But at the same time, I can think about it and I can see it from both aspects, because, you know, I was that smaller channel at one time and I had that different mindset of how I looked at everything. But we'll get into all that here in a minute. But basically, let's just dive right into this ridiculousness right now. I don't know what else to call it. But ad block. The notion of ad block on YouTube, of course, content creators don't want people to use it, because if you don't know what ad block is, it's an add-on or a service that blocks ads on websites. Whenever you go online, it doesn't matter what website it is, it automatically blocks ads that pop up. Now, when it comes to YouTube, that's a problem, because that's how content creators are paid, is through the ads that are played in their videos. I'll explain that in further detail here in a minute as well. But when it comes to websites, you know, I think a lot of people don't grasp the notion of what a business is, because they just view it as the internet. You know, it's just what's on their computer screen. It's not some place they actually have to go or whatnot. But if you ever access a website that gives you their content for free, or allows you to access their site for free, most of the time there are going to be ads in one way or another that are placed on that website, because that's how that website makes money. You know, at the end of the day, a website can still be a business, and the whole notion of a business is to create a profit. Simple as it gets. You're not running a business, or you're not running a successful business, if you're just losing money left and right. The notion behind business is to create a profit. So when it comes to websites like YouTube or Google, or like I'll give you examples of both. When it comes to websites like Google, it's a free search engine. It's an amazing tool, it's a great website. But at the same time, you don't have to pay to access Google. You don't have to pay to access the search results that come up. So how does Google make money? Hits on their website, hits on their page. And the way they do that, number one, they do actually place ads in there sometimes. But also there are companies, and I don't know if this, let's just pull a company, Mercedes-Benz, let's say. I don't know if Mercedes-Benz actually does this or not. I'm just using them as an example. But let's say Mercedes-Benz wanted to guarantee that every single time you typed in Mercedes-Benz on Google, their official website was the first one that came up. Mercedes-Benz would pay Google, whatever it is, monthly or annually or whatever, they would pay Google to make sure that their website's the first thing that always comes up. There are companies that do that. That's how Google creates a profit off their search engine right there. So when it comes to YouTube, the monstrous machine that it is, how do you think YouTube makes money? Do you have to pay to open a channel? No. Do you have to pay to watch videos? No. Do you have to pay to upload content? No. How is it that YouTube can offer you all of this across the world globally and they just get nothing from it? No. YouTube creates money. YouTube is a business based off of the ads that are placed on all the videos on the website. Period. All the videos on the website. That's how YouTube creates money. At the same time, it's not right for YouTube just to keep all of it. YouTube can't just make money off of the content that you're uploading to it. So in turn, when it comes to content creators, they're paid a portion of the profit that's made off of their content. And of course, if you garner enough popularity and your channel gets big enough, of course, you can in turn make a living off of the profit that's generated from your videos. And there are some of us out there that actually do YouTube as a full-time job. Go figure. You know, go figure. And of course, I'm very transparent on my channel. There's no reason for me to hide a whole lot of things from you guys. That's why I feel like I can speak openly about a topic like this. And I'm sure there are going to be people in the comment section that are going to act like wild asses or are going to disagree with what I say or whatever. You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. More power to you and whatnot. But still, I've never really seen a reason to hide a whole lot of stuff. You know, I say all the time, this is our channel, this is what we do. So a lot of you guys know that YouTube is my full-time job. YouTube is what I do every single day. That's what I do, creating content for you guys to watch. And some people might sit there and say, oh wow, playing a video game, that must be the greatest job in the world. Yes, I can say that it is an amazing job. I love my job. I love my job. Keep in mind I said my job. Wait, and I'll touch on that later as well, but still, I love it, and I don't think there are enough people in this world that can say that can honestly, truthfully sit there and say that, yes, I love waking up in the morning and I love going to work. I don't think there's enough people in the world that can say that. You know, I know my parents can't say that. I know my grandparents couldn't say that. You know, 9 times out of 10 people go to college, and even though you might get a degree in a field that you enjoy what you're doing, you know, you might not necessarily get a job doing what you enjoy doing. You might not like the people that you work with. You might not like any of this stuff at all. But I can confidently sit here and say that, yes, I enjoy what I do for a whole multitude of reasons that I'm not going to get into right now. But either way, still, well, I don't want to say I sit here and get paid to play video games. I mean, I think those like esports people that are flown across the country and around the world to play video games, I'd say they're more so paid to play video games, and maybe they're not. Maybe there's more that comes with it than just that. But I'm paid to create content. That means I'm paid to sit and let's play a video game. There's a huge difference between just playing a video game and let's playing a video game. When you let's play a video game, you have to make it entertaining. You know, you can sit and play Pokemon for 6 hours, no big deal. But can you sit and commentate and make the game entertaining for 6 hours? You ever notice when you watch a let's play part that's like an hour long, the content creator is talking for an entire hour straight. So there's a difference between the two. Then I have to edit the videos, render the videos, upload the videos, promote the videos. You know, there's so much more that goes into it than just playing video games. By the way, there's something you can know there. So when it comes to ad block, like I said, a portion of the profit that's made off of your YouTube videos goes to the content creator. And before I even talk about it anymore, like I said, this is my job. You know, this is what I do full-time for a living. And there might be people out there that say YouTube's not a job, you don't actually do anything, you don't go anywhere, you don't do none of this stuff. You could say all you want. You could work a 9 to 5 and consider that a job, 5 days a week or 7 days a week or whatever. I work from the moment I open my eyes until the moment I close my eyes. You guys know that I'm all over Twitter. You guys know that I upload content like crazy. You know, I'm constantly interacting, whether it's through live streams, whatever. The moment I open my eyes, I'm working until the moment I close my eyes at night. You know, it's a constant grind, it's a constant hustle that you have to do what you have to do. So, when people say that it's not a job, I'm just like, how? How do you figure that it's not a job? I work more than you do. At the end of the day, the government wants me to pay taxes off of this income, so the government considers it a job. So, it's neither here nor there. But either way, when it comes to the notion of ad block, it's such a taboo thing to speak on. Because there's certain viewers, I'm not saying this is everybody. I'm not saying this is everybody. If it's not you, then it's not applicable to you, then don't worry about it. Don't take offense to it. But there are certain viewers out there that feel like them watching content on YouTube is entitled. You know, they're entitled to the content that you put out because they subscribe to you. They're entitled to whatever you do. They're entitled to it. You know, that's why people ask you all the time, content creators ask you, you know, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you do all this stuff because it helps the channel grow. And I feel like there are people out there that become entitled. They feel like it's like the content creator has become like enslaved to them, and because I hit the like button and because I subscribe, you know, I got some shit floating around the room here, all crazy. Because things like that, they become entitled to the content. So they don't care if they have ad block because I'm not going to watch ads on your videos and I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that. But what you don't understand is, as I stated, I feel like a broken record now, as I stated, this is my job. You know, what I get paid every month from YouTube pays my tuition in college. It pays for me to go to Walmart every week and get groceries. It pays for me to put gas in my car. It pays for me to buy the things I need to take care of Shady back there. She's sleeping. It pays for everything. So when I say thank you for your support, like, it means so much more than what you guys think. You know, hitting the like button, something that takes like half a second to do, means so much more than you could possibly think, because it creates opportunities and opens doors for content creators that you don't understand. You literally don't understand. So to that extent, a lot of people see, when they hear content creators talk about ad block, they just see it as like a content creator's way to just like grab money. Like, I just want more money, more money, more money, more money. When it's the exact opposite. Like, content creators necessarily don't want you to use ad block or on YouTube, because you can actually whitelist things on ad block. You can whitelist websites and say, you know, I don't want YouTube to be affected by ad block, and ads will still play. But content creators want to not go backwards. They don't want to lose money, because again, that's not a successful business. And like I said, this is my job. It's what I do every single day. So no, I don't want to start failing at what I'm doing. I don't want to have to look at what I'm doing and say, oh, I can't do this, this, and this because, you know, people have all this ad block all over my videos. You know, it's just it starts to become a problem. So it's a very fine line. I feel like even now, as I'm explaining it, I'm fucking up in one way or another and saying the wrong thing, and somebody's not liking what I'm saying. It's a very fine line when you talk about it, where, you know, it comes to the impression that you're creating on the person. You know, are you coming off as an ass? You know, this greedy asshole that just wants more and more money? Or am I like accurately conveying my point and trying to get you guys to understand how this works? Now, another example I could provide you. Let's say you actually have a job, right? Let's say you actually have a job, and I don't know, let's say you work at McDonald's or whatever. I don't know where it is that you guys work. Let's say you work at McDonald's, right? And somebody comes over and they order whatever. They order food, and you go and prepare their food and you bring it back to them, and then your boss comes over and says, nope, you can't have the tips on that. You can't get paid for what you just did. And you say, why? And it's because the person that ordered the food is using ad block. I mean, it's a stupid, it doesn't really fit in, you know, it's not like a flush fitting example, but that's how it works. You know, it's like if you went and did whatever it was IRL, you didn't get paid for a portion of it. That's what it is. It's what it's like. You know, I create content and I'm not getting paid for a portion of it because somebody's using ad block. By the way, there's that example. Another example I could give you, because there's always that group of people that want to sit there and say, you know, well, it's like, I don't want to have to sit through your ads on your videos. I shouldn't have to do that, or I shouldn't have to suffer through the ads on the video. And it's like, if you go and watch TV, if you go and turn your TV on right now, which by the way, you paid to have that TV sent to your house, you know, unless you're jacking your neighbor's TV or whatever. But either way, you paid for that already. You don't have to pay for YouTube. But let's say you went and watched your favorite TV show, and let's say it's a 30-minute episode, right? Then let's say you went and watched it on Netflix, or you went and bought the season box set. Is that episode actually 30 minutes long? No, it's not. That episode's actually only like 20, 21, maybe 22 minutes long. What happened to those extra 8 to 10 minutes? That 8 to 10 minutes is all ads. They're commercials. They're all ads. That's how TVs run ads. They're commercials. So let's say you watched yesterday's episode of Platinum, or the day before, because I don't think we uploaded Platinum yesterday, which, my fault, I know, but still. Let's say you watch an episode of Platinum, right? And let's say the episode of Platinum is 30 minutes long. That episode of Platinum is 30 minutes no matter what. Even if you watch ads on it or not, you're still getting 30 minutes. So that's an extra 8 minutes of content that you're getting that TV show didn't have. It's 30 minutes no matter what. The ads aren't taking the place of the 30 minutes. When it comes to ads, let's say, how long are the ads on YouTube that you can't skip? 10 seconds maybe? I think the longest one I've seen that I couldn't skip was maybe 30 seconds long. So let's just max it out. Let's say you have a 30-second ad at the beginning of the video, which is almost never, you almost never run into a 30-second ad at the beginning of the video that you can't skip. So let's say you run into a 10-second ad at the beginning of the video, because 30 seconds is way too rare to actually factor it in. So let's say you ran into a 10-second ad that you couldn't skip. And then let's say the person had a mid-roll ad at 15 minutes. And it could either be one of the things that just pops up at the bottom of the screen, or let's say it's another ad that you can't skip. That's another 10 seconds. and then at the end there's a post-roll ad, and let's say since that's post-roll, they just go all out and put a 30 seconds on that. That's less than a minute worth of ads that you're watching on a 30-minute product. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can watch TV and have 10 minutes of your show taken from you and replaced with commercials, or you could still have full 30-minute episode on YouTube and just have an additional 2 minutes worth of ads added to it. And even if you want to look at it, even if they have like the big old movie trailers on there, 9 times out of 10 you can skip it after 5 seconds. Skip this ad. It's gone. Even if you skip it, the content creator still gets paid for it. So it's like, I don't see what the big deal about ad block is. You know, I've never been one to sit there and feel like ad block is something that's necessary. You know, it's never been one of those things where it's like, oh my god, the ads on YouTube are just so unbearable, I just can't stand it, you know what I mean? So I don't know, it's to each his own, and before anybody can even say it in the comment section, as I mentioned, I had that view of this from the smaller channel perspective, because like I said, for 2 years I sat on YouTube with a channel of less than 5,000 subscribers, and the whole notion, the whole story that everyone wants to spin, where, you know, it's like you produce content for fun, and you should produce content to help the community, and you should do this as a hobby. Well, it's like, yes, we all start YouTube as a hobby. When I started YouTube, did I ever expect to be where I was at now? No. Did I ever expect to turn this into a living? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. When I started YouTube, I worked at Sears. I woke up every morning at 4:30 to be at Sears by 6, because Sears is across town from where I live. And I worked until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I came home and still made YouTube videos to upload. So it was a hobby at that point. But there comes a point in time where it's like you start, like, that snowball starts to work. It starts to roll, and it becomes more than just a hobby. You know, like, for example, let's say you were a skateboarder, right? And let's say you just did so well, and you gained more and more popularity as you skateboarded. You know, you went to different parks across town, and you competed in different competitions, and you slowly but surely got some notoriety for what you were doing. And eventually somebody came up to you and said, hey, do you want to skate in my contest that's in the next town over? You said, next town over, why not? Sure. And you go over there and you skate in that, and you win that one, and you get even more popularity, and slowly but surely a company might approach you and say, hey, do you want to skate for us? Put our sticker on your skateboard. And then they offer to fly you out to this other place, and all of a sudden you're traveling all around the country skateboarding. Something that was once your hobby has become your job. And who's to say that they both can't be the same thing? Who's to say that I don't do this as a hobby because I enjoy it, I just happen to end up getting paid for it? See what I'm saying? So I don't see why it's such a negative. I don't see why it's so negative that viewers view it as, you know, oh, you shouldn't be getting money for doing this. You shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do that. It's like, I just don't understand it. You know, like I said, I was once that smaller channel that looked up to bigger channels, and I resented what they did. You know, I felt like my content was better than theirs, and I deserved to be where they're at. You know, and it was just such a negative mindset. So if you upload for fun, just for fun, because there was a time period on YouTube where partnerships and ads and all that stuff didn't exist, where people just legit did it for fun. You know, if you upload for fun, more power to you. But I can tell you from personal experience that there comes a point where you want it to become a job, and it becomes a job, and you enjoy that job. You know, like I said, I love waking up every single morning and sitting down and creating content. It's just a plus side that I get paid for it as well. So I don't know. I don't know if I covered everything or not. I probably ended up missing one thing or another, and I hope that I was able to get the point across well enough so that I don't come off as like this money grubbing ass in the comment section. So I don't know. Just try and look at it from multiple perspectives. You know, don't always look at YouTube as something that you should take for granted. Especially for a content creator side. Content creators, if you're a content creator and you're watching this, don't ever take your YouTube channel for granted. Don't ever take your YouTube channel for granted, because tomorrow YouTube could change something with their algorithm, and your entire channel could just get screwed over. You know? So I don't know. I feel like I'm forgetting something blatantly. either way, it is what it is. I hope that you guys understand a bit more, and if you have any comments or questions or concerns, I'll be more than willing and more than happy to speak to you guys about it. If you want to keep using AdBlock, more power to you. I can't stop you. It's even better for you. Just know that the little things that you guys do affect us more so than anything else. That's one of the main reasons that I say this is our channel. Because without you guys and your actions and everything that you guys do, we wouldn't be where we are today. You know, I wouldn't be able to go to PAX Prime. I wouldn't be able to create content the way that I do. You know, it's all because of your guys' support. So just the little things like hitting the like button, or watching a video, or leaving a comment, or using AdBlock or not using AdBlock. You know, it's just little things like that that you guys do that can affect everybody overall. It's just crazy. It's crazy how big of a monster and how big of a machine YouTube is, and how much actually goes into it. But either way, it is what it is. So hopefully, I was able to get my points across to you guys, and hopefully you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. And yeah, I don't know how to end this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But with that, I'm gonna get about this bitch. Thank you all so much for checking out the video. The channel should be back on track and should resume regular uploads come Monday. But with that, I'm out this bitch. Boy!